Hello. All right. My little, isn't that cool? My little like screensaver, my mock screensaver. All right. Well, for the two of you that are here, I'm going to start and hopefully we'll get the rest of everyone soon. I am Carrie Lampkin. If you don't know me, I am a double diamond with It Works Global. And we are doing tonight a Newbie to Ruby training for anyone who is either in their first 90 days or who has yet to promote to that Ruby rank. So why Ruby? Why is that important? For a lot of you who are new, the Ruby rank is important because it promises a $500 bonus, which is fantastic. So when you promote to Ruby right now, if you have signed in the last few months, if you promote to Ruby within your first 2 full calendar months, then you will receive, on top of an average of about $450 a month in commissions, you will also receive a $500 bonus, which is split over 2 months. So you get $250 lump payment that first month's commission that you hit Ruby, which you'll also probably see an increase in your check from being executive. It's a fantastic promotion. It was my favorite promotion, one of my favorite promotions. And then you will get the second part of that bonus when you maintain your rank the next month. Because one thing that I love about It Works Global is that they are in the market for their distributors to get their ranks and keep their ranks. So it's not just a race to Ruby to see who can get there the fastest, and then we sit back and we don't do anything. It is definitely a long-term growth and a great business to be in. So I'm just going to talk about a few things that I think are important as you're getting started in your business and as you're getting started, especially recruiting your dream team for your business. One of the ways that we win with It Works Global is by helping people. So we help people with these products that are incredible, and we also have the opportunity to help our friends also earn some extra money, make their budgets a little bit less scary, and also in the process of doing all of that, we end up winning by making our own financial future more secure. So I'm just going to talk about a few things. The first thing I want to make sure that you know is that you need to, if you have not yet logged into eSuite, that's our back office. Your enroller can walk you through it. You use your distributor ID and your password that you set up at sign up, and you go in there. There's a wealth of information there. I couldn't possibly cover it in the time that we have, so I'm going to focus on some other things, but you need to go and look through eSuite. A few things that I want you to get familiar with. The first is something called Organization Explorer. That's going to show you all of the distributors and all of the loyal customers that are in your downline. And for our purposes, I'm going to try to define terms as we go along. eSuite is our back office. That's where we do all of our reports. Downline is anybody that's under you. So we'll talk about that in a minute, just make it a little bit more clear. But, and you can also ask me questions at the end. So if I've said something that wasn't unclear, please ask the question. So I'm happy to help. Their Organization Explorer is under reports. That's a great way to check up on your loyal customers, make sure that their orders have gone through, see how things are going. It's just an important report for you to know. The other thing for you to know is auto ships. That is where you get to set up your 80 BV auto ship that keeps us commission qualified. It's a way for you to try out the products. You can have some products to sell, like a box of wraps is always a good idea to have on that auto ship so that you always have wraps in stock for people who want to try. And that's the way that we get paid. So there's no party quotas, there's no sales quotas. You do as much as you can do every month, and every month is going to look a little different, but that is how we ensure that we get paid. So make sure that you know how to edit your auto ship, because you certainly don't need to get the same thing every month. Last month, I think I got It's Vital and It's Vital Core and Omegas and Greens. This month, I'm getting something completely different because I have enough of what I had before. So make sure you know how to edit that auto ship. Just like your loyal customers, you can change that every single month as long as it's 80 BV or more. So BV is the amount of commission. It's called bonus volume. That's the amount that every product has that we get commission on. So for example, a box of wraps is $59 and it's 54 BV. So its Vital Core, for example, is $29 and 29 BV. The more familiar you are with that, the easier it is to set up your auto ship. But it's also something that just comes with time. So please don't worry about it. If you take a look at a product brochure, you'll be able to see what those prices are. And then when you go into eSuite, you can see the BV that is attached to each of them. Most of them have a fairly comparable price to BV quotient, but not all of them. The supplements have the most. So that's neither here nor there, but some little fun tidbit. Okay, so make sure that you've logged into eSuite. If you have not yet logged into eSuite, you'll notice that you are on what's called a commission hold. All that means is that you need to fill out some tax paperwork. Seriously, it's 3 questions. They just want to make sure that the information that you set up when you signed up is correct for the 1099. So when you make more than $600 a year, which is everybody's goal, right? Then you get a 1099 from It Works for tax purposes. They just want to make sure that everything is good and copacetic on their end. So we do that, 3 questions, and you are off commission hold, and it's awesome. And you can get to work. So you can also, under orders, enroll new customers or enroll new distributors through your eSuite, through your back office. I like to do it through my website, my replicated site. It's easy, everyone can do it. And at that time, for my loyal customers, I can get them that $10 product credit that we get for sharing on social media. So eSuite's just important for you to kind of go navigate. You should have already been doing your trainings, although there's another site that you can use, www.myitworkstraining.com. Oftentimes people have more success with that one than with the one in eSuite because it's a little bit temperamental with browsers. So but you can get to trainings through your eSuite. If you have not done your trainings, let me just stop, time out. I'm gonna look you in that. If you have not done all of your trainings for It Works, you need to do your trainings. They're in short little video segments. They're so easy to do. You can do them while you're brushing your teeth. You can do them while you're doing your hair, while you're mopping the floor, whatever thing you've got to multitask your way through. Please do your trainings. There's so much great information there about all of the products, about the loyal customer agreement, about our compensation plan, about It Works in general. You need to be on the ball about your training. You want to make sure that you're giving the right information to the people that you are helping. So please do that. And all of that can be found in your eSuite. Any other questions about eSuite, please reach out to either your enroller, or if your enroller is no longer active in the business, please reach out to your Diamond upline or me, and I will be happy to help you navigate that, give you a little bit of a brief eSuite introduction. There's also quite a bit of information on our big team page, Living the Dream. So make sure that you're making use of all of that so that you can be as effective as possible. So that's kind of logistical business kind of stuff. And now I want to talk to you about a couple of things that are going to become the foundation of your business every month. The first is what we call our steps to success. Okay, so every month, the first day of the month or the last day of the month, if you want to get ahead of the game, you're going to want to print this out. This is also in eSuite, okay? You can probably find it on Google too, to be honest with you. But it's on eSuite in the document section. This is what builds our business. Every month, we want to enroll 4 loyal customers and 3 distributors. So we're going to talk more about the distributors at length, but these are the steps to success. So the first step is joining the party, right? So when you first sign up as a distributor, when you first sign up as a distributor, that's when you pay $99, you get your business builder kit, and you get started. Every other month, you join the party by running your 80 BV auto ship. That's how you stay a part of our business, by staying commission qualified, okay? So that is an important part of our business. You can't be an effective advocate or rep for a brand if you don't know the products. And so it's one of my favorite things is hearing from new distributors who are like, oh my gosh, I'm so stinking in love with insert product here, whether it's hair, skin, and nails or defining gel or the wraps. I love seeing before and after pictures that make my jaw drop. That's incredible. So this is an awesome opportunity. That ADVV auto ship is an awesome opportunity for you to be a product of the product. So that's that first step. And then the second step is we want to share these products with 4 new people every month. Okay, that's kind of our like base minimum steps to success. This is going to keep you building your business. This is going to keep you out there and talking to new people. This is going to keep you moving. So every time you sign 2 new loyal customers that stay directly under you, we'll talk about what that means in a minute, you get a wrap reward. So that is a half-price box of wraps for you with free shipping. It's the one time we get free shipping as a distributor, which is awesome. And so when you do that twice in a month and they stay directly under you, you're going to get 2 half-price boxes of wraps. Okay, you guys, if you're selling wraps to people who want to try them, or you just like the wraps yourself, that's a crazy awesome deal. That's BOGO every time. Like, you don't have to wait for a BOGO sale. You get it as a distributor, and that's one of the perks. And then the next step is to sign 3 distributors, 3 teammates that you're going to help get started with their business. And we'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. When you're in your first 30 days, those first 4 loyal customers that you sign are going to get you $120 in free product. That's an incredible blessing. An incredible blessing, either for you to try out products that you wanted to try, or for you, again, to get boxes of wraps that you can then sell. So there's a way to make pure profit straight away. You can buy wraps to sell. You can buy energy to sell. You can get some greens on the go to sample. You can just get product that you want to. This should be your first goal. That $120 in free product is totally attainable to anyone. If you're past your first 30 days and you didn't get it, big dang deal. It's like not a huge thing, okay? What's most important is that you understand that the steps to success are the things that we are always striving for. Your goals should not be less than the steps to success. Your goal should always be the steps to success. Are you always going to attain it? Not necessarily. Sometimes you have an off month. Sometimes you have, you get 8 loyal customers and you don't have any distributors. And some months you might get, 6 distributors and 2 loyal customers. It's going to be like that. The goal is to always be striving for this steps to success, and to always have it, in place, okay, and in front of you. That's why we print it. It's not an abstract thing. You put it in front of you, you stare at it, and it reminds you of what you need to be doing. All right, so that is the steps to success. So one of the things that you might be thinking is, okay, well, like I asked my family and friends and they signed up for my first, and now I don't know who to talk to. Well, that's one of the reasons why your enroller, when you sign up, is going to tell you that you need to start posting about the products and posting about the business and posting about the opportunities. Sometimes people don't know that you're in business if you're not consistent about posting. Not everybody feels super awesome about social media, but social media is one of the most powerful tools we have in our society right now for good and probably for bad. You've heard like lots of stories about bullying on social media. You've heard lots of stories about great things that have happened on social media. Social media is kind of like the new marketplace. It's the place where everyone comes together and they share ideas and they share pictures and stories of their lives, and you're making friends. And sometimes people like turn their nose up at that and they think, well, we're just Facebook friends, so we're not real friends. I'm going to tell you, like, you have to have some respect for the fact that social media is as powerful as it is. And when you are using it for your business, I want you to be really thoughtful about that, okay? Nobody wants to be sold to. Nobody wants to be spammed. You don't need to put up, 65 pictures a day. Really, what you want to think about doing is loving the products and loving the opportunity, loving what they've done for you or for people that you know, and sharing that. Just like you would share your favorite restaurant, a great movie. I can't tell you how many times I've come home from like a fantastic sale and I've been like, oh my gosh, you guys, you have to go to Target because they've got crazy great stuff on the clearance rack for kids. Because I know all my mom friends would love it. This is no different, okay? This is no different. So you want to be consistent in your posting and you want to be consistent in sharing the products with the people that you know. So what should you be doing every single day? Okay. I would say the first thing that you need to be doing every single day is using the products. You can decide what that means. It might mean that you're going to use the whole skincare line because that's your thing. It might mean that you're going to use some supplements. Some core supplements that I would suggest that everyone be on are our greens and It's Vital Core Nutrition. Those two together are what our medical consultant, his name is Dr. Don, suggests is like the bedrock for just a healthy body. There are lots of other supplements. Get to know the products. Try some out that you think that you might want to try. Use the products. And obviously, I think you should probably try a wrap if you're going to sell wraps. You know, like everybody's going to have different results with the products. Some people are going to fall absolutely in love with the defining gel and they can't be without it. Some people are going to fall in love with stretch mark cream. Some people are going to fall in love with our day moisturizer Preventage. Some people are just going to absolutely be 100% in love with greens. It's your journey. You got to figure out what you're in love with and then sell the heck out of it by sharing it. That's what I did. I started out and I had a tremendous amount of joint pain and I started taking greens and I noticed that it was getting better. And at first I was like, this is crazy. And then I knew that it was what I was doing. It was what I was taking because nothing else had changed. And I could not shut up about it. I had energy, I had less pain, I had mobility, I had everything that I thought I had lost. I could not shut up about it. Why would I shut up about it? The people on my social media had seen me through like the worst year of my life, tremendously injured, a lot of stress, incredible changes in my life. They were cheering me on and they wanted to know about it and they wanted to try it too. That's how this works. It's not meant for you to turn your personal profile into a big billboard. It's a meaning for you to be a brand rep. And that means when you put a wrap on and your pants are fitting better and you're feeling more confident, that you post about that, just like you would do it if you were trying anything else. Just because you're a distributor doesn't mean that you don't do that, okay? So you should be using the products and you should be posting about the products. So post not just about the products, but also about the opportunity. Now, if you're new in the business, you may not be rolling in money. Few of us are, by the way, rolling in money, but like I'm a double diamond, but I still have a ways to go and I'm not yet where I want to be, but I'm making a tremendous, I'm making a paycheck for working on my phone that really I am incredibly awed by. So you don't have to post about money. Some people feel really uncomfortable about that and feel tacky about that. But honestly, if you're making wrap cash and that wrap cash is, funding a zoo trip like ours did for our vacation, you better believe I'm going to post about that because that zoo money would have had to come from somewhere else. And now it's not hitting my budget because I sold some wraps. That's awesome. So post about what the business is doing for you, what you love about the business, the opportunity, something you learn about that you love. Do you love the support of your team? Are you excited about, a call that you did, or are you pumped about a training, how easy it was to learn about your new business while you're in your pajama pants? Post about what's real. Post about how it's affecting you. Just be you, but post about it. So you should be using the products. You should be posting about it. And you should be reaching out to new people every day. So getting yourself and the products in front of new people every day. That's going to look different. It might mean adding new people to your Facebook or your Instagram. It might be talking to people at work. It might be taking your greens in front of people at work so that they'll ask you, what in the heck are you doing with that swamp water? Why are you drinking that? That looks horrible. And you get a chance to say, well, yeah, it looks like swamp water, but it tastes awesome and it does amazing things for me. And then all of a sudden they want information about it. So be a product of the product and open and close your business every day. If you work this as a business, you're going to get business money. If you work it as a hobby, you're going to get hobby money. It's really entirely up to you, and nobody's going to judge you for either. But you got to decide what your goal is, and then ask your enroller or your diamond upline, okay, so my goal is I want to make $500 a month. That was my ultimate goal. I just wanted to be a Ruby. That's all I could imagine when I started. I thought, my goodness, if I could get to Ruby, that would be fantastic. And it was when I got there that I could dream a little bigger. So start with something that feels attainable to you, and then figure out a battle plan for working towards that. So let's talk about what Ruby means, okay? I'm just gonna draw for you a chart, plain piece of paper, okay? So the first person on that chart is gonna be you, okay? So if you don't have a Ruby chart, you can find that on eSuite, and you should print one, but I'm just gonna make one for you, okay? That's you, just hanging out. You're new, got, maybe you got your first 4 loyal customers, okay? So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 loyal customers, and they are directly under you. Okay, you signed them up on your website. They are stoked about trying the wrap, or trying the energy drink, or trying the skincare, or whatever, whatever. We have 30 plus plant-based products. There's something for everyone in every budget, and that's legit. So this is you. So when you're thinking about being a Ruby, what does that mean? Okay. A Ruby is a rank in our company. It's the second rank of, hold on. I'm writing down all the ranks so I can remember them. So it goes executive to Ruby, then emerald and diamond, then diamond. Then there's double diamond and triple diamond, presidential diamond, and ambassador diamond. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 ranks. Ruby is, in my mind, kind of the first step to leadership in our company. And I'll show you why. And you'll see also, I want you to be thinking about the steps to success as we're talking about this Ruby rank. And you'll see how that works towards you becoming Ruby. The steps to success is really about going Ruby. And that's awesome that our company has set up a system that is actually really simple to understand. Charting isn't everybody's thing, but it's really not super complicated once you get into it, okay? So it's just a structure. So Ruby looks something like this, okay? This is you, right? Point at the right thing. This is you, okay? When you're Ruby, or when you're boxed for Ruby, let's say, that means you have all the people in all the places that they need to be. You will have 3 distributors on your team, personal distributors directly under you. Okay, so this would be on your top line. That's going to be what we're talking about right here. It's on your top line. And so maybe one of them is going to be your best friend in the whole wide world, who you guys do everything together, and why wouldn't you build a business together? And then maybe one of them is going to be your cousin, who is a new mom and wants to try the wrap, but also could use a little bit of extra money for all those things that babies just suck the money out of your account. Maybe she wants just a little bit of extra, maybe just to pay for her product. She just wants to pay for the wrap so that she doesn't have to feel bad about using it towards her budget. And then let's say the next person is, your mom. So your mom decides to go all in with you. Okay. These can be anybody. It's not like you have to sign your mama, okay? You can sign anybody who's interested in becoming a distributor and earning some money. So you have 3 people on your top line, but that's not all you need for Ruby. You also need somebody else to be signing people as well. So what a Ruby means is that you have 3 people on your top line, and one of those people is executive. And executive means that you have 2 people under you, okay? So let's say this is your sister and your mom's BFF. Pickles. Okay. So she has signed your sister and her best friend under her, okay? So she's starting her Ruby team. and in the process has hit boxed for executive. Hang with me, okay? This means you're boxed for Ruby. So you need 5 total distributors, okay? 3 on your top line, and 1 of those is an executive, okay? But just having the boxes isn't enough. At It Works Global, we do not get anything just for signing people up. Like, there's no benefit to me to just sign people up who don't actually want to build a business. It doesn't help anyone to just sign people up. We call them dead boxes, and they don't help you promote because they're empty. Because in order to get to Ruby, you need to also have in each one of these boxes a certain level of sales, okay? So remember when I was talking about the 80 BV auto ship, right? Well, in order to be what's called a qualified box, you need to be at 400 BV or GV, which is group volume. Okay. So in order to promote to Ruby, what needs to happen is each one of these boxes needs to be at 400 BV, okay? So that 400 BV is gonna come from all of the loyal customers that you sign and the auto ships that these people run, okay? So one of the cool things about having a team is that you not only earn commission off of the people that you sign up, the loyal customers that you sign, but you also earn commission off of your team's orders and their customers. So this is one of the reasons why, as you look at the income ranking, like the income averages, they go up as the ranks go up. That's because you have a bigger team, and so you're earning more commission on each member of your team. Okay, so 400 BV, you're like, oh my gosh, that's so much. Not really if you think about it, because each one of these people is going to be gunning for their 120 in free product, right? So they want their first 4 loyal customers. If each person that you sign up gets, for example, the skinny pack, which is a box of wraps, the defining gel, and fat fighters, that's 80 BV for each skinny pack, and 4 or 5 of those will fill that box, okay? And then when that 80 BV auto ship runs, then you have even more volume in that box. 400 is not like the cap that a box can be, but it needs to be at the minimum 400 in order to promote. So when all of these boxes are at 400 and you have this structure, then you are Ruby. And that is the basics of what a Ruby chart looks like. So thinking back to our steps to success, remember that every month we are looking for 4 loyal customers and 3 distributors. So every month we are working to go Ruby again. So as you know, once you're Ruby, you don't go like Ruby times 2. You then start working towards additional ranks. So the next rank would be Emerald, and Emerald is 2 rubies with 4 people on your top line, and Diamond is an Emerald and a Ruby and 3 other people on your top line. And it just goes, every rank is based on 5 people who are building a team. So it can be, you know, you can make it way more complicated than that, but essentially that's what it is. It's 5 people across, and each one of them are at a different rank or a different level for you to promote. But when you're starting, you don't even need that 5. You just need the 3, with one of them building a team underneath them. Obviously, if you're like just on fire and signing all kinds of people, and you have tons of people who want to build a business, then you can help, you know, your executive build faster by putting distributors under them. But that is the structure, okay? So, like, okay, you're saying, okay, Carrie, well, like, it seems super simple. Then why doesn't everyone go Ruby super fast? Well, here's the thing. Not everybody is you, and not everybody is as invested in their business as you are. So that's the reason we keep doing our steps to success, is so that we can continue to enroll people who are interested in building a business, so that we can find the people that will match our pace, okay? So everybody wants money. Not everybody wants to work for it. That's okay. That's awesome. We meet them where they live. And so the fact that you're even here means that you want to be Ruby. So what's the key to that? Obviously, the key to that is building a team. So I feel like this is where a lot of people start freaking out on me. Like, they will push hard for that for loyal customers in 30 days. It's a super attainable goal. They're like, I can totally do that. They start talking to their friends. They start talking to their family. They start talking to people. They have a launch party. They just are on fire. And then once they hit that goal, they're like, okay, well, that was fun. See you later. Got my free product. I'm like, that's not why you signed up. You didn't sign up for no free product. Like, if you signed up for free product, more power to you. Get your 4, get your 120, and, you know, we'll go from there. That's great. Everybody has different goals. But most of you signed up for a different reason. I don't know what your reason is, but it wasn't for $120 in free product. It was for something bigger. It was for something deeper. But sometimes it gets scary when you have to put yourself out there. Listen, I totally get it. It took me 3 months to sign a distributor because I was all freaked out. And I had someone who was interested and it didn't work out, and that like took the wind out of my sails. And so I just was like, well, maybe I'm just going to sign a quadrillion loyal customers and make money that way, which, by the way, you totally can. And that's great. But that's not who I was. And I wanted to be Ruby. I wanted $500 a month. And so I kind of had to get out of my own way. And I worked with my enroller, and we figured out what the best way was for me to approach people. And I just started thinking about why I got into the business. Like, I never thought I would be a salesperson. I never thought I would be this, you know, this person who is, you know, selling stuff. I just, you know, I have a PhD in English. I was a college professor. Like, I decided to stay home with my kids, and teaching dried up. And I was like, well, shoot, I got to do something else. So I started a freelance writing business, and that was going well, but it was sucking the life out of me. Still kind of does sometimes, because it's very like, you have to work on someone else's schedule. You are a slave to the deadline. You have to stay up until 4 in the morning to get something done, because that you have to keep your word. And I just was like, you know, it wouldn't suck to have a little bit of extra money. My husband is a teacher. Like, they don't get paid a lot. So I started thinking about, okay, that's the reason I got into it. I know lots of people who are in that same situation, you know, so I just started approaching people that I thought either had the qualities that I was really looking for, that I thought, having been in the business just a little while, I knew would be great. Or I just started looking for people that were like me and needed a little bit of extra. So how do you approach people about this? I'm going to give you a few of my strategies. The first thing that you need to do is make a dang list. So you're going to hear about a hundreds list. Everybody is going to talk about the hundreds list. And you're thinking, I don't even know 100 people. If I paid you $10 for every name that you put down on a piece of paper, I almost guarantee you that you could come up with 100, if not 500 people that you know. You're going to start thinking about your mama's friends. You're going to start thinking about all the coworkers that you used to work with in high school, anybody on your Facebook friends list, anybody that you might possibly know in the neighborhood, in the community, the post office guy, the guy who picks up your trash, your daughter's daycare provider. Everybody is going to be on your list, okay? The same should be true for your hundreds list, but people get really, really, really nervous about this. I totally understand. I totally get it. But if you want what you say you want, then you need a hundreds list. So a lot of people will make a hundreds list and they'll write names down that make them physically ill. Like, they get totally freaked out about about contacting these people. They're like, no, sorry. We call that your chicken list. It's cool. Just write their names down. You can get to them later. Okay, you're going to start with the people you feel most familiar with and comfortable with anyway. But you need a hundreds list. You need to make a list. Okay, so and you're just going to start talking to these people. I do not suggest that you cold message a bunch of people and say, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? I don't suggest that because I don't think it's thoughtful. I don't think anybody really responds to that. I could be wrong. If that's your thing, do it. But I think what you want to think about is building relationships with people and just talking to them and listening to them and hearing what they have to say. Because you can blitz people in the Target or in the grocery store with your blitz card and just say, and if you don't know what a blitz card is, it is this. So the blitz card says, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? I don't say that when I give them out. I'm not an expert blitzer. Everybody has different models. If your enroller is a crazy good blitzer, listen to that. Listen to your enroller, okay? But it says it, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? But when I do it, I'm like, hey, can I give you a coupon for my business? Who doesn't accept coupons, right? And then they say, and then they're like, oh, yeah, sure. And then they flip it over. This is what it does. And they say, well, what is it? I'm like, it's a wrap. It tightens, turns, and firms in as little as 45 minutes. And this is what it does. And then you just be quiet, okay? The same principle is true about messaging people. Build a relationship. Find out what they're interested in. What are they complaining about on their Facebook? Are they tired? Are they feeling like they want to lose weight or get in shape? They're sick all the time. Are they wishing that they could put their kids in dance lessons and they're, so tired of working so hard, or they hate their job or whatever? Like, listen to your friends and see how you can help them. And that's when you approach them. So you might have a friend who is, so tired because she was like me and had 2 kids under 2 and was like exhausted all the time. I would have really appreciated someone saying, Carrie, I have tried greens. Have you ever heard of greens? And I'd be like, I don't even know what you're talking about right now. I'm so tired. I don't even know what language we're speaking right now. Hey, would you like to try it? I have a few samples. It's whole food, like it's fruits and veggies and herbs. And it has made all the difference to me in my energy level. And I know that you're like me. Would you like to try it? And I would be like, heck yes. Send me that stuff. Okay? Be a friend. Okay? But approach people. You have to approach people. Don't expect them all to come flocking to you. Some will. Most won't. That doesn't mean they're not watching you. Okay? But if you're new, they might not even know that you're selling. They might not even know that you are a rep. They might not even know that you can get them the hookup. So you need to make sure that you're showing them that you are. So how do you approach people? Anyone who talks to you about being interested in the products. So me, for example, I went to a party. I was very interested in multiple products. And something somebody said at that party, I still can't remember, planted a little seed in my brain about paying for my product as a rep. And I was like, oh, but I don't want to do that. I don't have time for that. Like, I just started this freelance business. Planted the seed because the options were, do you want to get wholesale pricing, or do you want to get wholesale pricing and earn some extra money to pay for your product? Do you see that? So you're giving them the option. Do you want to pay for the product, get a discount, or do you want to pay for the product at a discount and then earn money to pay for the product, so maybe you're not paying for the product at all? That's one of the ways that I would suggest that you approach people who are first approaching you about the products. What would you be most interested in? Would you be interested in wholesale pricing, or wholesale pricing with the option of making a little bit of extra money to pay for those products? See what they say. The second thing is, when you're approaching people who have not approached you, I often have my distributors write down a list of people that they would have on their dream team. And I really want you to take this seriously because you're going to approach them with this. And when you have them on your list, what I do is I have people on my list, and then I think about what is it about them that I think makes them going to make them so good at this? What is it that is going to help them be so successful? Why do I want them on my team? And then I approach them and I say, listen, you know that I just started this business, or now, because I've been in it for 2 years, you know what I do. You've seen me post. You know that I have earned bonuses and I'm, at a leadership level or whatever. Not to toot my own horn, but just like basically, you know what I do because I talk about it all the time. Have you ever thought of joining me? Because I would love to have you on my team because, and then I tell them why. Because you're so dynamic, you're such a great people person, you know a million people, everyone follows you, you're such you're so genuine, people trust you, you're so hardworking, I know what a benefit this could be to you, I know how much this could help you, whatever it is. And I'm really genuine about it. I don't blow smoke. I really am saying, I really would like you on my team because I know that this could help you or whatever. And I lead with that. When you're telling people why you want them on your team, and it's not because I want to be Ruby and I need to build a team and I need distributors and please come sell with me. When it's about them, it becomes a different conversation. And I think that's the mentality that you want to have. How can you help them get what they want? And so that's why I do the dream team thing. The other thing is what I mentioned is watch what people are talking about on your feed. So if you see a lot of people if you see someone who's just like, I don't want to leave my baby, I don't want to go to work, I wish I had more income, I wish that I had this, you can respond to that and just message them and say, you're hurting my heart, this hurts my heart, can we talk about maybe a way that can bring you home to your baby? Or can we talk about a way that can maybe help you have a little bit more time more money at the end of the month and less stress? That is something that I try to do when I'm responding to something that someone is posting. But above all, please be thoughtful. Ours is a relationship business, okay? People know when they're being used, when you don't really care about whether or not they're getting what they want. But when you focus on what other people need and how you can help them be successful, then you're going to win. And that is how I have gotten where I am, is by helping other people. And that's how I feel about the products. The products, it doesn't matter. What matters is what they need and how I can help them meet their goals and their budget. Also, if people are liking and commenting on your posts about the business, any of that stuff, that is a person that you're going to want to talk to. And sometimes it's going to be scary. I actually have someone who keeps liking all of my business posts, and she's a friend of mine, and she's a new friend of mine, and I totally adore her, and I don't want her to think that I'm just trying to get her on my team. But she keeps liking all my business posts, and I'm pretty soon here, I'm just going to have to be listen, lady, you keep liking all my business posts. Do you want to talk about it? I would love to I would genuinely 100% be over the moon if she was on my team. She would be crazy good. But, I don't know. But anybody who likes or comments on your post, that's a person that you should be messaging. Because even just a, hey, thanks for the have you tried the products? Or, would you like to try their products? Would you like to chat about it? Whatever. Don't word vomit all over them. Just start the conversation. So, when you're getting started, I think you have that hundreds list and you just start and you are looking for your dream team. And you might, I really believe you sort of know who you can approach at first. People will start coming to mind as you're thinking. And if you're a person of faith, praying about this, you absolutely should be praying about your business. It's something that you're trying to build and trying to do something good for your family, for your future. So that's something that's worth investing prayer into. If you're not, just sort of meditate and think about who it is that you want to have on your team, the kind of qualities, who it is that you should approach. And I promise those thoughts will come, and don't ignore them when they do. Okay, so something that a lot of people who have been in the business for a while and have not maybe promoted as fast for whatever reason, and they're kind of like working on this after months, and they're, you know, maybe they have signed some people that just didn't work out on their team or whatever. They're like, you know, I like post and I message and nobody responds. And I think there comes a point where there's something called your warm market. That's all the people that know you, knew you before. They're the people that like already know you already have a relationship with. And then a cold market is like strangers, people that didn't know you before the business. These are the people that you're going to meet at like parties that are friends of friends that you don't know. They're the people you're going to meet at events, networking events. These are the people you're going to meet at Target when you blitz. They're going to be the people that you add to your Instagram. These are just new friends, okay? I think sometimes what happens is that we are just banging our heads up against the wall on our warm market instead of adding new people. So my feeling is that if you're frustrated with the people that are in your world and you've been in the business for a little while, then you need to get new blood, new people who haven't seen your posts before. Whether that's going to happen on Instagram or Facebook, it's up to you. Start networking out, find friends of friends and add them, you know, not like in this mercenary kind of way where you're like, I just want new people, but in a way that's going to help you make new friends. I think if you are thinking about this business as a relationship business, if you think of it as a way of meeting new people and having a great time and having new friends, you're going to have a million friends from this business, from the people that are already in the business. But the huge, awesome bonus is that you get to meet a bunch more as you're finding customers and new teammates, and they're going to become your family. So if you're frustrated by your Facebook, then you need to find another way to do this. And that's not always easy. There's lots of strategies. If you want to ask me questions about how, you know, ways that you can go about that, I'd be happy to talk about that. But you need to make your cold market your warm market. That sounds crazy, right? But like, you need to branch out into your cold market and invite them into your adventure, invite them into your business, invite them into your life. The other thing that I didn't mention that I should is that your feed should not be 100% it works, unless the only thing that you live, eat, and breathe is it works. I'm a double diamond, okay? I have a huge team underneath me, and I work the business like a business. But I still post about my family and about the food that I eat and about the movies that I watch and about the dumb TV shows that I'm addicted to and all that stuff, because that is the other part of my life. If you are only posting about it works, everyone is going to be so bored that they're going to unfollow you, unfriend you, or just ignore you. And that defeats the purpose. Why bother? Okay? You have to mix it up with things that are going to be engaging. There are lots of ways to do that. There's tons of social media training out there. John Eric Mosler is our social media guru, and he has one that you can get, 100 Days of Adventure. I think it's like $49, and you can get it, and it's amazing. So don't just be that like one trick pony. Be you. Just make it works a part of you. That's the way it should be. So I want to kind of leave you, and then I'm going to find the Q&A wherever it's going to be, and answer your questions. But the last thing that I want to leave you with is something that I posted, and I thought of, I think it was at the end of May, early June, and it was like a game changer for my brain. And I've been in this for almost 2 years. You would think that I would think of this before. It's an analogy that lots of leaders have done before, but I have not really thought of it the way that I had. So I want you to think about, like, if you decided that you were going to start a pizza shop, okay? Because your family had this great recipe for pizza and you just really, really, really wanted to do this. You know, you just decided that you were going to do it. So you open this pizza shop. So who would you tell about your pizza shop? Like on Facebook, like what would you talk about? Obviously, you'd be talking about like the process of opening it, how excited you were, right? You'd be talking about all the preparations that you were making when things like started to be delivered to the pizza shop, maybe like the tablecloths or the signage or whatever. You would take a picture of it and put it on Instagram, right? Because you're so freaking excited. And then you would start talking about like the menu and all the different things you had. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, you have to try our Hawaiian pizza because it's the best. You know, oh my gosh, the sauce, like, oh my gosh, the barbecue chicken pizza, I'm dying, it's so good, you know, that kind of stuff. You would be posting about that, right? Like you would be posting selfies of yourself in the pizza shop. You would be, you know, inviting your friends to come, and you wouldn't just be inviting your friends. You would be asking your friends and anyone that you knew to come and support your business, because you would know that it would start with your friends and family. It would start with them hanging out. But those aren't the only people that you would ask. Like you wouldn't just stop with like your mom and your dad and your brothers and sisters and the people that you knew at church. Like you would be handing out your coupons on the street corners. You would be posting all over social media. You would be doing everything that you could do to get new people in because it's the best pizza ever. And if you really 100% believed that it was the best pizza in the whole world, you would sell that pizza like, and you would genuinely be like, oh my gosh, you have to come try this. You will love it 100%. Your It Works business is exactly the same thing. But for some reason, because it's a health and wellness company, or because it's a multi-level marketing company, or because we do things a little bit differently, which is what makes us special, by the way, we get all hung up on it. And because somebody says that they don't like it, then we think that we need to stop our business. Or because people don't jump as fast as we think they should, we think we're not good at it. If you were sitting in your pizza place on the very first day you were open, or on the 29th day that you were open, and you didn't have a crazy lunch crowd, would you assume that you should just shutter the place and close it down? No. You'd be like, okay, we need a bigger lunch crowd. Let me see how I can do that. Maybe I should send coupons to local businesses. Maybe I should go and maybe I should bring free pizza to the big office building next door. You'd get creative. This is nothing different. It's nothing different. If you want this business to do what you say you want this business to do, and most of you I have talked to, and you have a goal. If you want this business to do what you want it to do, whether that is to pay your light bill or bring you home from your full-time job, you need to sell the pizza like it's the best thing in the world. I'm gonna get emotional. I'm such a sap, you guys. It Works Global is probably the most amazing company I've ever encountered. The people who run it have been in the business for a long time. They've seen a lot, and they work tirelessly to make us succeed. They pay more than 50% of their profits to their distributors, and they keep tacking on these bonuses so they can pay us more. Their goal is to give us financial freedom and health. You have in the palm of your hand an opportunity that you can make into whatever you want. This girl right here, as you can tell, not a size 2. I am not a twig. I am a double diamond because I dared to believe that I could help people. I could build a team, and I could dream bigger. You can do that too. There's no difference between us. The only difference, maybe, is that I believe it more than you do. And maybe I work it a little different than you. You be you. You do you. And listen to everybody who's trying to teach you how to incorporate you into this business, or this business into you, I should say. Consistency breeds momentum. Consistency is success. If you are not consistent, you will not have the same kind of success that other people are. Because consistency is everything in any kind of business. The pizza doesn't just make itself. The business doesn't open itself. You have to do it. You have to put in the effort. You have to put in the time. The bonus is that you're wildly supported. You have an enroller. You have diamond upline, double diamond uplines who are invested in your success. Whether they enrolled you or not, if you are an orphan because your enroller has left the business, I will take you on. I'll kick your butt if you want me to. You deserve this. You deserve it, but you have to work for it. So hundreds list, steps to success, be a product of the product, and open and close your business every day. Look for the people that you want to be a part of this with you. Believe that this is a potentially life-changing opportunity. And I'm not saying that because like I drank the Kool-Aid. I'm saying that because the products have changed my life, and the people that I have met have changed my life. And I could not make the money that I make from my phone, sitting home with my kids, anywhere else. No. All right, so I'm gonna try to find my little Q&A session here. And you can ask me questions if I can find it. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Wait. Ah, here we go. All right, let's see if anybody. Okay, so you can ask questions now on this little sidebar thingy. And I will answer them. You can also text me or message me on Facebook Messenger, and I will try to tackle your questions. It's 10 o'clock now, so I don't want to go too long because people have stuff to do, lives to lead, people's lives to change. You have people's lives to change. So I'm looking at messages, sorry. Sorry. Someone was asking, you know, if it was going, and I was like, hey, okay. No questions, you guys? Really? I'll answer anything. All right, well, if there's no questions, then I will let you guys go off and build your teams. Oh, there we go. Oh, Jamie, I love you. Jamie said, you got my juices going and I can almost taste it. You guys, seriously, you guys just got to get pumped. Like, I really get the fear. I really do. Like, it seems like, you know, you would, I don't know, like that you would be over it by the time you get to a leadership level is total no. We all fight through our fears. We all fight through all the fears that we are encountering every day. The fears just change a little bit, but it's about it's just about fighting through them. I mean, when I say like consistency breeds momentum, it's not like consistent swagger, you know, it's just doing it anyway. Like, you know, sometimes you don't want to work out, or you don't want to eat vegetables, or you don't want to like go to sleep because you want the time for yourself, and you just do it anyway because you know it's the right thing. There are some days when I post and I don't want to post and I don't want to work my business because I'm tired and stuff's going on in my life and whatever. I'm feeling frustrated that no one's answering, or I'm feeling frustrated that my potentials are like crickets, or nothing that you're experiencing is anything different than anyone on any level has experienced. The difference is what you do with it. The difference is how you get around it. And for me, I've just decided that creativity and a little bit of faith, a lot of faith, and consistent effort is the way I'm going to get to it. And for me, personally, the way I feel most invested is when I'm helping other people. When I see my team succeed, man, that is just like, I halfway don't even care what happens to me. I care what happens to them. And that's just an awesome thing. Okay, I got another question. Hold on. Okay. Have my dad as one of my DTs. Is it worth it to build him or focus on new people that are committed to doing the business? Like I do all the work. Okay. That's my lovely Mary. So if you have someone on your top line, someone that you have signed who is not working, you can have like maybe one of those boxes that you just put all of your loyal customers under. So instead of staying right under you, you move them into that person. I think that it's worth building one person like that. And I think you can do it. You can do it for a little bit of time. You can you can use the boxes that you have to get to wherever you want to be, but you can't have too many of them or it becomes quicksand. It's much, much better to have new blood. It's better psychologically. It's better for your business, obviously, because you're training them and getting them going. It can be really frustrating if you keep enrolling people and they just keep not doing anything. At that point, I would probably reach out to, you know, your upline and ask like, well, this is what I'm doing for training. Can you help me see if there's something else that I can do? But really, like, you're probably doing everything right. And it's just a matter of finding the people that are great for you. So I think that I would probably say if it's a family member and it's a family member that you want to build like long-term, then I would probably definitely keep them there, but probably wait to build them until you're in a position like, you know, double or triple or something. I would work with people that are working. That's generally what I do. I run with my runners and I walk with my walkers, but if you are standing still, I cannot stand still. I can't. That's just not, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's too demoralizing to me to stand still. I can't do it. Okay, let me look. There's other questions coming here. Okay. What are some books you would recommend for personal development? Oh, I love books. I love personal development. Okay, so I heard this super great way to kind of conceptualize how you spend your time with your business, okay? So I heard when you have a team like I do, I should be using like a third of my time working with my team, like this kind of stuff. A third of my time working on building my own business. So working on my steps to success, working with my potentials, getting new blood, all that kind of stuff. And then a third of your time on personal development. So if you don't have a team or don't have a working team, I would make it 2/3 working on your own, on your steps to success, getting people, booking parties, all that kind of stuff, however you're going to build your business, and then 1/3 on personal development. So what books do I recommend? My number one recommendation is The Circle Maker. So caveat to this is that it's about prayer. I'm never going to apologize for my faith or my attitude towards that. So I'm always going to recommend that, the Circle Maker. I also liked GoPro. I liked it because it kind of was like, oh, so this isn't going to happen in 3 months. It's going to happen in 5 years. I so can get behind that once I hear it. You know, it's like, okay, you're going to be in this business for, you know, years. So let's just, you know, keep working and keep building. And I really liked that. I mean, honestly, I also think that anyone who's trying to get out of debt, this sounds dumb because it's network marketing. Maybe y'all aren't out of debt, but if you don't know about Dave Ramsey, y'all should, because you don't need to make, if you do what I did, you make an extra money and you don't address like what you're doing with your money, then your money isn't going to work for you as well as it could. So I've heard a lot. I just got from my lovely enroller, Emily, What I Know for Sure by Oprah Winfrey. I'm excited to start that. How to Think Like a Millionaire is another one that I have downloaded that I haven't started, but I've heard really good things about. Beach Money is really good. I just freaking love the idea of being a flip-flop CEO. I think that's another book I haven't read. I love that idea. I'm getting jumpy, I'm sorry. I love that idea because like if I work for 10 years and then I can just like I wear flip-flops all the time anyway. I don't know who I'm pretending to be, but I love that idea. I really love that idea. So, okay. Other questions. Let me see here. What do you say? Oh, what do you say? Oh, okay. What do you say to someone who whose husband says it's not worth it to join the business? So this gets down to like brass tacks and logistics, but the reality is that with your business builder kit comes 4 wraps that you can sell for $25 to $30 each. So pretty much anyone who says that it's not worth the initial investment is crazy town, because at any point you can sell those wraps and get your money back, so you're out nothing. If you're interested in using the products anyway, then you're basically out nothing. There's less commitment to be a distributor than as a loyal customer because you're not locked into a 3-month thing, although I think the 3-month thing is fantastic. You know, so I think that's hooey, personally. I would tell that person that if they do decide to do it, then they're probably not going to get a whole lot of support from that husband. Or I would probably investigate further and see if there was some kind of past network marketing failure that was coloring that. Sometimes people think like you're buying into like this $5,000 thing that you're never going to get any money back. Like it's $99. Like I spend more at Target. My husband spends more at Target. When I send him with a small list, he comes back and he's like, yeah, it was $78. I'm like, wow, it was $78. So, but at least that you have the chance of getting money back. I spent $99 and I boosted. So I spent approximately $275 to start my business. I sold, I think, 4 wraps in my first 30 days, maybe 3. I sold a couple at my party. And so I made back that. And then I went Ruby in 4 months, maybe 3 months. I went Ruby in 3 months. And I'm double diamond, and I've earned $25,000 in bonuses. So pretty much if a potential distributor is telling me it's not worth it for $99, I say get me on the phone. I can do 3-way calls, by the way, 3-way calls with your potential distributors, and I'll just tell them what's up. All right, what is your most creative idea for getting loyal customers? I don't really think that there's no secret to getting them. I think it's about posting consistently, and I occasionally do the product tester posts where you say I'm looking for product testers at my discount to try out these things. That works for me maybe once every 6 months. Most of the time when I post it, nothing happens. It's gonna be real. What gets me loyal customers is consistency and follow-up. So it's not a sexy answer, but I think the thing about this business is that you need to not look for the magic answer and instead look for the tried and true one, which is plugging into the calls and plugging into trainings like this. People who have been here for longer are going to tell you what works, and what works is building relationships with people and sharing what you love and being a product of the product. So I would say that if you're having trouble with people not responding to your posts, I would take a look at what you're posting. Are you posting about your use of the product? And if you're not, then it's super easy to ignore those posts. They just seem super salesy. So I would focus on being very, very personal, very, very personal. So I would be posting about like how excited you are about what the business is allowing you to do. I would be posting about the products that you're loving. Even if it's something silly like the cleanser, like no joke, people have trouble with their skin and it's a thing. Don't discount your experience with the products. Post about them. Like, what do you love? Like, what are you loving about It Works right now? Just like feel the love every day. I don't mean to be all like touchy-feely or whatever, but feel the love every day and post about it. Post about you using the products. If greens are like your go-to, show people what you do to make the greens awesome. I frequently post pictures of greens in these little kid water bottles because it's the perfect size, and I shake it up. And so I have like Hello Kitty or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with greens in it. I think that's awesome. And so I post about it. Do people, I don't know, people like it, you know? Invite people to parties. Invite people to virtual parties. Ask if you can wrap them. You know, just be doggedly pursuing your dreams and follow up, for heaven's sakes, follow up. The fortune is in the follow up. All right. Okay, well, I think if we don't have any more questions, then oh, there we go. Sorry, when people message you on Facebook about a product, how do you close? Okay, Shanita, this is your question. Shanita's question is, when people message you on Facebook about the product, how do you close? Oh, well, people fall in two camps. So people will message you because they're curious. I like curiosity. I also really like skepticism. Is that weird? Because I was a super skeptic about the wraps. I was like, those aren't going to work on me. And they did. And I was like, oh, I should shut up. But I think that when people message you on Facebook, you need to like take that as the first step and figure out, I always try to ask them like, what's your goal? What's your budget? You know, what are you looking to do? Because sometimes people like message you about the wraps because they think they're a weight loss tool. And when they find out they don't help you drop weight, they're like, well, okay, never mind, I'll move on. But they don't know that we have 30 plus products. So that's another thing, is that you want to make sure that you're posting about more than the wraps. So if someone's interested in the wraps and their goal is that they have like, you know, baby belly, they want to tighten up or whatever, and they are hesitant about the loyal customer thing, two things. Would you like to try a wrap? I'll come and wrap you and we can chat about the products while you're wrapped and you can see how it feels and how easy it is to use. Second thing, would you like to wrap for free? And they'll be like, yeah, I want to wrap for free. You say, do you have 4 friends who you think would be interested in learning about the products? Yeah, I guess, maybe, probably. Have them come over. I'll wrap you for free. They can wrap for 20 bucks. And we'll chat and you can learn more about it. No pressure, no, and you'll get to wrap for free. I mean, people like hog tie people for a free wrap. And if that doesn't work, then they're not ready. And it's frustrating, but this is when you add those people to your potentials list and you follow up with them, you know, on a regular basis. And sometimes, I was just telling Rachel, sometimes it's like playing whack-a-mole, because you're like out there with your mount, you're ready to like close the deal and you're like, yeah, got my swagger on. Like, I know this person's so interested. And then they just like, they go away and they pop up at a random time. This is law of the harvest kind of stuff. You're planting seeds. Number one thing I will tell you is that if people are messaging you about the products, you are doing something right. So congratulate yourself on that and keep doing whatever it is that you're doing. Second thing is that people often take about 12 exposures to a product before they will like take the leap. So you may be working with people for a long time. And there are different strategies that we can use, but a lot of this is just patience. And I know that's so not what you want to hear. But sometimes getting them off of Facebook and onto the phone, like, hey, let me, can I call you? We can just chat. It's so much easier than messaging on Facebook when everybody's busy. That can sometimes help because they can hear the excitement in your voice. Invite them to a party that you're having. Like, just say, I'm doing this party on Saturday. Why don't you come with me? Be my guest and you can see what this is all about. No pressure. I would just try to get them like in person or on the phone because Facebook can sometimes be so impersonal. For all the stuff that we share on there, it can be really impersonal. And so I think that that can be helpful. So I hope that helps, Shanita. All right, another question. Getting lots of interest is awesome. So awesome. All right. Another question, if you're not able to post about the products because we haven't tried them yet, could we post about other products and ask for product testers to get a testimonial? I'm assuming that means that you haven't tried every product, right? That's fine. Yeah. And I think you could say that. That's when I would probably look on Living the Dream or Rap Revolution for some before and afters that are safe to use. And I would post like a story. When you can find a before and after with a story, like I have some before and afters up there. Millie has some before and afters up there. There's lots of people that you can use their stories or customer stories or whatever. I would share a story and then say, like, I'm looking for some people because I haven't had the chance to try this product yet. I'm looking for people to add to my brag book. Are you interested in longer hair? Are you interested in clearer complexion? Are you interested in more energy? Whatever. Yeah, I think you can totally do that. Totally do that. Okay. Any other questions, y'all? These are great questions. I love answering your questions. They're so thoughtful. All right. Well, lovely Rap Revolutionaries. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging in with me. Thanks for asking good questions. We had about 12 or 13 people here, which is exciting. So I am really super stoked that you took the time to invest in your business. I'm excited to help you get to Ruby or get to whatever your goal is. I would sort of just leave you with that pizza analogy. Sell the pizza, believe in the pizza, love the pizza, and stop letting what makes us special keep you from being successful. Because I think what makes us special is what makes us successful. And you need to fall in love with this company and fall in love with the products. And you don't have to fall in love with all 30 products at one time. But you need to fall in love with the products, fall in love with the opportunity, fall in love with the people that you're working with, fall in love with this crazy, amazing company that sells this crazy wrap. Like, who even thought? I mean, seriously. The miracles that I've seen in this company are incredible. And I 100% believe in you. No, I 125% believe in you. You just have to believe in yourself. And until you can, borrow mine, borrow my belief. Those of you that I individually messaged about getting you to Ruby, I'm going to be messaging you tomorrow. We're going to do a little bit of a Ruby boot camp. Those of you that were here. Because if you are here, then I know that you're serious. And I want to work with serious people. And I'm excited to work with you guys. And I'm excited to see you grow and change and develop. I know that you can do it. And I am it's an honor to have you in my business, all up in my business, on my team, on this journey with me. So message me with any questions that you still have that didn't get answered. Message me with any concerns, get with your enroller. If you're like super on fire, let's go. Let's make a plan. Let's make a list. Those of you that I messaged, I'm going to need you to have that list of people that you want to approach. Have that list of your dream team, because we're going to run. Okay, we're going to run to the end of July, full out sprinting to get you where you need to go. All right. So love you all. Have a wonderful night, and we will speak soon.